What it do for light crew? FTC. Flight team stand up. Summer vacay. Here for you guys are out school, you know what I'm saying? But that doesn't mean, you know what I'm saying, the educational ish does not stop, man. You know, because we've been slacking on that end when it comes to the educational ish. We are back on the riches again, man. We have photos that prove your life is a lie. Without further ado, let's get it, man. You know how we rock it, man. The grind don't stop, won't stop.
Throughout our lives and living in our respective cultures, we've been raised to believe certain things. When we live that life long enough, we just take everything we get at face value and don't really question it.
Fair.
However, then something comes along that changes how we see the world. And it usually comes with just a snap of a camera.
Facts.
Here are some photos that prove your life is a lie.
And one thing, Subway, F you. F you, Subway. Screw you. Because you have been nothing but a lie right off jump, bro. The footlong is really not a footlong. If you guys know, it's like 9 something, like point something inches. It's really not a footlong. Most of the subs that they have, and even 2, it's not even $5. That jump was the biggest lie like in my entire life, ever.
As we get ready to be exposed to the matrix that is our life, take a moment to add some truth to your day by subscribing to our channel.
Subscribe!
You don't even need to choose between a red pill or a blue pill. Just click on that red subscribe button. Where's the calcium?
Where's the calcium?
Parents are constantly looking for ways to add some nutrition to their children's lives. As kids, and well, let's admit it, even adults, we are looking for a way to eat more junk food while still getting that boost in healthy vitamins.
It was funny, I'm sorry.
So when companies like Hershey's released a chocolate syrup that was enriched with calcium, people were practically dancing in the streets because you could still be bad and still do some good for your body. So this photo is one of the saddest ones and exposes a dirty little lie. The bottle says the syrup is fortified with calcium. But when you look at the nutrition label, it turns out there isn't any calcium at all.
Expose
Even the
yourself!
FDA had to put out a warning saying that Hershey wasn't being honest with their claims and to not go overboard on the syrup consumption. Orange is not orange. This fruit has the most appropriate name on the planet, orange. And orange is orange. Orange is the color of orange. It's so meta that the universe could implode. But we have some news for you, and it could shatter everything you know about the fruit. Oranges aren't actually that orange. They usually grow out green, while others can be a yellow-orange hue. If you've ever had or seen—
But my thing is that you just said orange in the same sentence, though. I'm confused. Oranges can't be oranges, but she said that others can be a yellow-orange hue. There's still orange in it. That just mind-boggled me, man.
A yellow-orange hue. If you've ever had or seen an orange tree, you might have noticed that the oranges on the branch look a lot different from the oranges in the supermarket. That's because food companies will expose green oranges to ethylene gas, which brings out a nice orange color from the breakdown in chlorophyll.
True.
Sometimes these oranges are scrubbed down with a detergent or even dyed, all part of the effort to make them look more pleasing and delicious. New or nah? Chances are, if you live in the United States, then you might read the label of the infamous chocolate hazelnut spread as Nutella. Who can blame you? That's how it looks like it's written. Plus, there's nuts in it, and we can say nut with a short U. But there has clearly been some major controversy in how to pronounce Nutella. On Nutella's US frequently asked question page, it's pronounced Nutella. That has driven people nearly mad.
I've never really been into Nutella like that, man. Like, I knew a lot of people in high school like that. They literally like would eat that ish, like for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, like no problem. I'm just like, what is so good about Nutella? Is it like another form of chocolate? Is it worth trying? Let me know on social media, man.
Mention the ironic arguments that have ensued. However, in other parts of the world, the spread is called Nutella. According to Ferraro, the company that makes the delicious spread, they don't want to try to create a set way of pronouncing the product's name. One has to wonder if this protocol was made just to not upset people. That may be a mystery we will never solve. Not as pictured. We have been taught to read the labels and instructions of everything we buy, right?
Right.
Well, we know we should do it, but we don't actually put it into practice. When we are seeking to buy a certain product, we expect to use the product as advertised. In the situation with this rope, based off the picture on the label, it is reasonable to assume that you can climb the side of a mountain while using this rope. This is where you have to read the fine print. The label is rather ironic because while it has a picture of a climber, there is a disclaimer that says this rope is not suitable for climbing. It seems that disclaimer may have been added for legal reasons after a tussle in court, and adding the disclaimer was less expensive than redesigning the label.
That is so dangerous.
Green strawberry.
Green strawberry.
Gummy bears are some of the world's most favorite snacks. They're sweet, they're chewy, they're colorful, plus they're
Yummy.
so tiny and cute. Based off of the colors, we have to figure out what flavor each bear is. Yellow is usually a lemon flavor, red is raspberry, pineapple is colorless, and green is a lime flavor, right?
Right.
Wrong. Green is actually strawberry. Wait, what? That doesn't make any sense. According to Haribo, the largest gummy bear manufacturer in the world, their green gummy bears are strawberry flavored. And it has always been that way. So whatever you think you've been tasting this whole time is a filthy lie. If you need a break to figure out your identity after this news, or at least have a stern discussion with your taste buds about the lie they've been telling you all these years, we understand.
Sleep.
Defying Gravity. Michael Jackson was the king of pop, and for many of us, he was a major part in defining a generation. With his incredible voice and dance moves, you couldn't help but dance along to songs like Billie Jean and Smooth Criminal. One of Jackson's most iconic moves was his ability to defy gravity and lean so far that you thought he would tap away from doing a faceplant. But it was also a move that his backup dancers seemed to master as well. However, there was a bit of a magician's trick going on with the move. You see, the shoes that Jackson and his dancers were wearing had a slit in them, and there was a raised object like a nail in the ground. Slide the opening into the nail and you can lean as far as you want without falling over.
Huh?
Not even double.
What?
The name is enough to make us believe that the...
Oh, did any of you guys know that before? You Michael Jackson fans, did you know this? Does this make you think differently now of anything?
A raised object like a nail in the ground. Slide the opening into the nail and you can lean as far as you want without falling over. Not even double. The name is enough to make us believe that the manufacturer is telling the truth. Double stuffed Oreo? We all love the cream in the middle of the 2 chocolate cookies, and double stuff seems to be the answer from heaven that we waited for. Well, until mega stuffed Oreo came to fruition. But some people decided to put the claim to the test, and something as simple as taking the cream from 2 regular Oreos and putting them together, when compared to the double stuffed counterpart, people were shocked to find out that the real double stuffed cookie was bigger than the specific marketed product. Some math-minded people even went as far as analyzing the mass, weight, and overall measurements of the double stuffed Oreo and found that the product is actually only 1.86 stuffed.
Ooh, interesting.
Lacking ginger.
That's crazy.
In the Harry Potter films, one of the most obvious and striking traits for any member of the Weasley family is their red hair. It's referenced throughout the book and movie franchise. When looking at the characters of Fred and George Weasley, you could be convinced that they were real redheads or gingers in real life. Well, the actors for Fred and George are James and Oliver Phelps, and they don't really have red hair. Their natural hair color seems to sway more to the side of brown. When the news of this came out, fans in the Potter world didn't know what to think, especially since Rupert Grint, the actor for Ron, was an actual natural redhead. But assumptions often can be proven to be wrong. Isn't it amazing how easily a bottle of hair dye can fool us all? Ready for a break? Take a moment to ponder this quiz question we have for you.
What's
the
quiz
2000,
question?
This viral photo came up of a monster cat named Snowball. The photo was so convincing that people actually thought it was real. A year later, the owner revealed the image was fake. What is the owner's name? Find out at the end of this video.
I don't know. I was like 2 when like 3 or 4.
If there is anything that Alfonso Ribeiro will forever be known for, it will be the epic dance move known as the Carlton. It became the joke at parties and dances and inspired us all to dance like no one's watching. Move was named after his character after he played on The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, and he was lovingly endearing and stole all of our hearts. While it's easy to believe that Ribeiro created the dance move on his own, he shocked us all when he said he got some inspiration. He actually got the idea from Courtney Cox from her appearance in Bruce Springsteen's video, Dancing in the Dark, as well as an Eddie Murphy comedy routine. While the origin story of the Carlton may not be what we've dreamed about, we can still appreciate the comedic gold that the dance created. The Other Son.
The Other Son.
Speaking of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, let's talk about good old Will Smith for a moment. He has had quite the acting career under his belt since his time on the show. And with an incredible amount of fame, there comes the spotlight on his personal life, including his family. When you think of Will kids, you think of Jaden and Willow. But did you know there is a third child? His name is Trey, and he is the only child from Will's first marriage to Cherie Zampino. The reason why you don't hear much from Trey is because he's a bit more average than his younger brother and sister. And he didn't go the route of trying to get famous. Today, he's a DJ working the nightclub scene. While many think that's Jaden in the music video for Just the Two of Us, it's actually Trey. Earbuds.
That's crazy. I forgot he even had
We've been wearing headphones for decades. Over the course of time, they've been getting smaller to the point where they're just buds that fit into our ears. Now, we've all worn headphones or earbuds at some point.
Right.
They're handy for while you're working out or traveling and you want to tune out the rest of the world. However, it seems that we have all been wearing earbuds the wrong way. We have always just put the buds in our ears and let the cord hang below our earlobes. As we know, the earbuds usually end up falling out of our ears. But just because everyone wears them this way, it doesn't mean it's correct. It appears that the correct way to wear earbuds is to put the bud in your ear and then loop the cord around your ear.
What?
Cashew.
What? I've never heard that. But it looks more comfortable for some reason. I don't know why. What? To loop them around your ear. You couldn't even sit up here and tell me that in school and made me believe you, bruh. Like, real talk.
Ear and then
never would have known.
The cord around your ear. Cashews. We're about to blow your mind with a few things regarding the cashew.
Is that right?
First, if you think the cashew is a nut, we're sorry to burst your bubble, but it's actually a seed. Next time you're in the nut aisle next to the almonds and peanuts, you can look at that can of cashews knowing that they've been misplaced. With the seed fact in mind, we're about to tell you where cashews come from. They come from a type of apple that is extremely delicate. In their raw form, cashews are actually quite toxic as a way to deter animals from eating them. You first have to remove them from their dark shell and then roast them until they're safe to eat. Just be sure to stay away from the toxic smoke while roasting. Somewhere that's green.
Somewhere that's green?
If you're someone who puts a lot of value in a nice green lawn, this next photo may depress you a bit. Getting a perfectly pristine green lawn takes a lot of hard work with challenges, plus trial and error when it comes to maintenance, fertilizer, watering, and more. Gardeners aren't considered artists for no reason. But in this photo, it seems the owner of this lawn was more interested in aesthetics than hard work. As you can see, the grass is being painted to a shade of green that seems unnatural. All this does is create an unreasonable expectation when it comes to lawns. Hopefully this grass was set aside just for looking and not for playing or rolling around in, because that will open Pandora's box when it comes to chemicals. Not quite a foot. If you've eaten at Subway before, then you know you can get a sub that's 6 inches or a foot long. For decades, we have never really questioned the company and just assumed that we were getting what we paid for. But in the last few years, people have actually gone and measured their foot-long sandwiches and have made a shocking discovery. Many Subway footlongs aren't actually a foot long. Most sandwiches are measuring to about 11 inches, which means the 6-inch subs are only about 5.5 inches. The incident actually resulted in a lawsuit that was headed by 10 people. Subway said they would start making their breads a true 12 inches long. They still had to pay over $500,000 in legal fees. Plus, it's a better move to just do a true footlong, since it's a hassle to change the name of their signature sandwich from footlong to the 11-inch long. What is the name of the owner of Snowball, the photoshopped cat who grew to large proportions? His name is Roger Deguine of Ottawa, Canada. He revealed the hoax a year after the photo was released. Thanks for joining us. Let us know in the comments.
Well, there we have it, Flight Crew. These photos that we just all witnessed in this video just prove that our life is a lie. I mean, I already knew it was Subway, bro. Like, Subway, that was the biggest scam. Like, the beginning scam that I noticed, that how people can really finesse people when I was first young. Yeah, I noticed it from that way, from the price to the actual sub not being a foot long. All things like that, man. But certain aspects when it came to, you know what I'm saying, like maybe the Fresh Prince or even Will Smith, you know what I'm saying, having that third son. I almost forgot about that part, the double stuffed Oreo, the Michael Jackson one. That's another part that really got me hot, bro. Like, not hot to like mad, because I honestly, like, I was around Michael Jackson, but I also was born in 95, so I kind of missed the biggest prime time of his entire stint, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, with that being said, I honestly want to know how people that actually grew up around that time listening and watching Michael Jackson, how do you feel about that? I mean, did you already know about that from past, you know what I'm saying, explanations or interviews or documentaries or what, man?